Previously on the circuit.
Welcome back to Hanoi, Vietnam, and welcome to the circuit season 2.
Pawan's bounty! Pawan's bounty!
Pot bluff with 8 high and Goendy snaps it off and takes it down.
Night.
This is surely it. Azhar snap calls it. Heavy favorite to take it down.
You grilled me out. You grilled me.
अभी हम जिंदा है.
Zarvan emerges victorious. And Ashish ships it all. And flick in a chip he does and takes it down.
Satti, 7 of hearts.
No dice. Full house for Rubin Labru. Some people celebrating, others in pain.
Welcome to the finale of the circuit season 2. "14 players are now down to just 7, and what a group it is."
Poker to Zarvan Tamboli means life.
Poker has been a finding.
Playing poker professionally, I've been very, very lucky to be able to do this.
I feel like poker is an art form.
I can't put words together. You know, it's probably one of the best feelings ever.
This is not just a card game. It's a mental sport, just like chess.
We've got Laksh, defending champion, who had a whirlwind journey just trying to get here.
I'm confident of my abilities as a poker player and my knowledge of ICM, and I'm really excited to play the finale.
We have the high-stakes crusher Jagdeep Singh, fresh entrant to the circuit, dominant throughout.
I'm feeling very confident. Like I'm planning to play my A game.
Zarvan, same case, just more points.
The game plan would be keep it simple, not to let it get to my head. I'll just play solid.
Mohammad Azhar will be looking to ride his pre-tournament hot streak into this finale.
It would be the most ultimate bragging rights. And to come on top of such a lineup.
Rubin as well, from last season. He's in with a shot again.
I made a mistake last circuit. I still kind of regret it. I think I'm going to do well this time. I'm pretty confident. I feel like I'm going to win it.
Finally, Ashish and Goendy, who were so upset with where they finished last season, have a chance at redemption and glory.
I think I've got to go out there and just play my game and win it though.
Winning the circuit means everything to me right now.
The stage is set. The action and the atmosphere is tense. It's never easy on the circuit. I am so excited to see this one because this is as good as it gets in terms of poker in India. These are the best players. This is where you're going to learn from the best of the best.
All of us together are, really trying to show the skill aspect of this game and how it's accelerating on a daily basis.
Remember, it's 15 lakhs up top, 8 lakhs to second, 5 lakhs to third, and that trophy. Everything to play for, respect, honor, glory, top poker. What are we waiting for? Shall we say it? Say it with me. Let's shuffle up and deal.
And this is what the seating looks like for the final table of the circuit season 2. No easy spot here. It's a full ring of sharks. Blood's in the water.
Welcome to the finale of the circuit season 2. We have our table set. 7 contestants looking at the cup, the glory, and of course the 15 lakhs up top. It's all to play for. We have the biggest bubble in Asia. 5 lakhs to third place, 0 to fourth place. This is going to be as intense as it can get. This is Vidar Singhal in the booth as always, joined by Adi Wadhwani. Adi, this is it. It's what it's all been about. We're going to go from 7 down to 3, down to 1. I cannot wait.
Yes, sir. This is not your average game of poker, ladies and gentlemen. This is the best of the best, playing at the very highest level. Pure meritocracy. Poker 101.
And it's all been about getting to the finale. All of a sudden, we're in whose line is it anyway territory. The points don't matter. It's all about who can win effectively this 7 max sit and go to win it all. Lakshpal Singh is in the mix. He's been there already. Zarvan Tamboli comes in as the points leader, so he has the momentum. But the rest of them, even those who've clawed their way into the finale, are as hungry as everyone else.
Not to mention 3 out of the 4 newcomers to the circuit are in the running.
Yep, Zarvan, Jagdeep, and of course Mohammad Azhar. In fact, coming up top in the leaderboard, so certainly proving that they deserve to be there. And let's not forget Abhishek Goendy and Ashish Ahuja making their first ever circuit finale, so they'll have plenty to prove as well as we kick off the action. No surprise that the banter is in full swing. Just look at who we have on the table after all. Jagdeep and Zarvan have developed plenty of dynamics, considering the heads-up match that they just fought as the final step before coming into the finale.
We do see cards in the air. Finally, my favorite thing is about to happen. Poker is in front of me. Action is going to go down, and I cannot wait to see what their strategies are as this progresses. Here's Ashish Ahuja with a beautiful looking ace-queen off on the button. Solid hand from a wide position to open. My kind of crazy stuff. Who's gonna get involved? Abhishek Goendy certainly will. Ace-king for him in the small blind.
And let's note how deep we are. Blinds 200, 400. 100k is the starting stack unless you came in with extra blinds thanks to topping the leaderboard. Ace Queen and Ace King both are not the easiest to navigate when you're this deep.
Winning formula.
Winning formula.
Once you have it, you should not let it go.
Azhar gets out of the way. Action on Ashish, and he just flat calls.
Cute.
This is a big pot to get things going early on, and it comes King 9 10. Great flop if you have Ace King, but look how wet the board is. 2 clubs, lots of connected straight cards as well. In comes the continuation bet. 7,500 is on the larger side. This is because of how wet the board is. Ashish could think he has enough implied odds to draw to his straight, and he does come long. He's in position as well, could have some nefarious plans even if the board doesn't go his way. There's the 3 of clubs. Flush has come in. Ashish could decide that he wants to maybe start to represent it. He's in position. We need to see what Abhishek Goendy does.
I can tell you one thing, Goendy is giving him a proper stare down right now, looking at his face, looking at his hands, trying to get as much information on his opponent right now.
And this is a bet on the turn from Abhishek Goendy. It's hefty. 17,000, 2/3 pot. Look how big the pot is already. 45,000. Let's do the math. If Ashish calls here, he'd have just over pot size left behind. This is what we call leverage in a bet. Abhishek Goendy asking the question, do you want to play for all of it?
Look at him. Just staring him down still. Rocky, not the type to be intimidated, of course. Just makes the sensible decision and gets out the way. Believes the story, and Goendy takes it down.
I could feel the tension along with the table. The stakes could not be higher at the circuit.
Rocky, 1-0. Round, about 3. About 4.
An internal battle has begun in the war that is this final table. What an electrifying opening to this colossal showdown. The Baazi Team Pro just turned up the heat in this high-stakes face-off. He commands the felt with his banter, his cards, and his fearless style of play. Domination is his language, and he speaks it fluently. With stacks in hand and momentum on his side, he's only going to rise higher, collecting chips and asserting his presence even more. But he's not the only one. Every player on this table is on the run, chasing, battling, and fighting for the biggest title of them all.
Even though some of these players are MTT pros, it's not every day that you get to a final table after a 5-day grind. They've played 4 events. This is what it's all been about. And 4 of them still walk away with nothing. A lot of them have had a very different approach in terms of prepping for this final table. Some of them went to bed early. Others were, let's just say, unwinding.
But he bolna nahi chahta out loud actually.
Come early and go to sleep and good people and
That's
all.
what we've realized in the last 3
It's really
days.
bust.
And here we go, Ashish Ahuja. I know he got a good night's sleep. Goindi again in the mix, potentially. A hand that can do all 3. I love raising. And there, he's done it. 6,500 is the price of poker at the moment.
Oh, lol.
Jagdeep is eyeing both players with a bit of curiosity. And dare I say disgust. I think he knows he has to fold the king-jack off, a bit too weak. And let's talk about Abhishek Goindi having stepped in at this time. Ace-king for him last time, ace-king for Rocky this time. Again, we're so deep. I don't know that it's an obvious spot to 4-bet. Not to mention the 3-bet from Goindi is huge. 1,500 being raised to 6,500. When you raise big, you make the effective stacks shallower. Goindi deciding to press his advantage with the extra big blinds he came in with.
He already declared 1-0 between him and Rocky. Does Rocky want to level that out? Of course he does. He's got ace-king. Does elect just to call right now. Like you said, perhaps not wanting to 4-bet this deep just yet. And wow, look at that. Trips on the flop, completely smashing the board.
Must be nice. You have a hidden ace-king and you flopped your opponent near dead. Mind you, with 2 kings coming on the board, Abhishek Goindi will massively reduce the likelihood that Rocky has one. Very standard to c-bet on a paired board, but he decides not to, doesn't want to get blown off his hand with a check raise. And the backdoor equity does come in. It's gone from 3% to 9% with the straight draw on the board. Ace is no good though.
45.
And Ashish has the ace of spades to boot. Can't be afraid of pretty much any card coming on the river. Decides to bet 4,500.
And there's the patented Rocky smile in Goindi's face while the man is trying to make his decision. I love Ashish Ahuja.
No ace, thankfully, for Abhishek Goindi. Would have made the straight against the full house, but it comes a brick. And now Ashish has trip kings, best kicker, and does have the ace of spades as well, so will not be afraid of flushes. Ashish is having fun after betting the pot.
20 for 2-0, huh?
I mean, Goindi just has queen high, and I don't see how he can proceed in this hand.
Standard, bro. I love to like just keep it cool. Chill. फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता, bro. कर दो call.
What a legend, bro. What a legend.
What a fucking man. Oh my god, unbelievable. I like keep it cool.
Daddy cool.
10 रुपए की ठंडी पेप्सी.
Rocky भैया.
Rocky bhai, super sexy.
Coolio sexy.
Ashish Ahuja bragging in the middle of the pot after betting 20,000. Again, Goendy doesn't have much of a decision.
Now show a bluff, Rocky. It'll be like the most goat thing ever.
नहीं है bluff. Ace of spade. Bluff. Yeah, है ace of spade.
But tell me one thing.
Yeah.
Flop was check in this.
Flop was check in this.
That was interesting.
Yeah.
What one time?
Bang, bang, bang.
I thought one time.
One time call, bro. क्या कर रहा है इसको बोल रहे? One time call.
कह रहा है यार तू भाई call कर देता.
Ashish doesn't get paid off in that hand, but picks up a pot. Each of these so crucial here at the finale of the circuit.
I am just playing to win, not because for the money, but just to prove that I still have the mettle in me to compete against the best in the country right now and still do it. More than money, it's for the prestige, to be honest. I know each player out here right now in the circuit today, they've already proved the mettle in the poker industry in India.
You know, events like these, the circuit, where all of us as a community come together and, you know, we're doing our part to grow the game, and just the beauty of it and being able to portray that to the rest of the country. Like, I'm very proud of this, to be honest.
How great I feel about this opportunity, not only to represent the brand, but also be someone who can actually, like, you know, represent the community and just, you know, guide people in the right way, and, you know, also talk about this game openly, beautifully to everybody else, and just portray the game in the right light.
That's what the circuit is all about, providing a platform for these absolute stars to shine bright and lead the way for the next generation and inspire the current to stay the course. Mohammad Azhar now. Ace king from a man who usually likes to play 7 deuce. What's he gonna do? Raises the obvious answer. How's the table to respond? Lakshpal Singh will respond indeed. In position as well, ace queen. Second time we've seen this showdown on the final table so far.
That's what the final table can be about sometimes. People are going to be a bit snug waiting for premiums. Here we have a premium versus premium.
I'm going to tell Mohammad Azhar you just called him snug and tight. He's not going to like it.
Everybody gets a bit snug when we're looking at the largest prize bubble in Asia. 0 or 5 lakhs. Yeah, it's been 3-bet from the ace-queen. Can't say I blame Laksh. Azhar is going to have a wider range than most. He's not very snug, usually, as I said. And as a result, he's been 3-bet even after opening under the gun +1. Laksh taking a stand, but with the wrong holding. Azhar comes along with just a call, as we've been seeing from the ace-kings, and it comes 6-4 deuce. Each ace-king hand has had something new to offer. This time, it's all undercards. Very tricky to navigate for both players, mind you. Laksh has the betting lead. This is partly why you 3-bet. You take the betting lead so that when you miss and your opponent misses, you have more of a chance of taking it down. This could be one of those situations.
6-6.
Decides to continuation bet. And continuation bets on the bigger side, mind you, for a board like this. Think about it. If you had something like aces, kings, queens, what you're representing in terms of premiums when you 3-bet, would you bet this big?
Well, you certainly shouldn't unless you've planned to follow through with that story, which is the tough part. Everyone only thinks through the C-bet. No one has a plan for the next 2 streets. At least that's what we feel like in amateur land. But these pros, they commit.
Well, Azhar seems committed to the pot. Not surprised. Too early for him to fold. Wants to see another street. Absolutely correct to do so in terms of the fact that he's way ahead of the ace-queen. Comes a 7. Very difficult for Laksh to represent this kind of a board apart from having overpairs. Does he want to fire what would essentially be a double-barrel bluff? Could think he has some equity in the form of ace-high. Check behind and try to get to a cheap showdown. Glasses are on. Lakshpal's signature glasses. Hoodie is up. And he finds the check on the turn. Now the board pairs. I think when it goes check-check, Azhar might be convinced that he has the best hand quite often. And Azhar solves the riddle by betting just 2,500. This is an extreme blocker bet. Laksh pays it off with the ace queen, and Azhar actually getting value from the ace queen.
How does he know?
What a smart way to navigate the hand.
I don't think such a group of players has been ever put in a room together and put through a test. And to come on top of such a lineup would just be the most liberating feeling ever, because as a poker player, it just does not get better than this. I'm not going to get into a room of players who are more skilled than this. This is like top tier lines. It's cutthroat competition, and if you get top of this, I don't think it's better than that. Yeah.
The stacks have moved around slightly, chips flying about. Plenty of action still to come though. Zarvan came in as the chip leader, is getting busy with pocket deuces. Goendy will come along from the big blind. Jack right in the window there for Goendy. 3 overcards for the deuces. That tends to happen quite frequently. The board on the wetter side, there is a flush draw as well. You do tend to take a stab at it with a continuation bet. Just hope your opponent missed completely. 1600 is fired, 1/3 of the pot. Pretty easy check call here for Abhishek Goendy. Can't overplay the hand too much. Has all kinds of backdoors with the 9 of spades working as well. And let's think back to the dynamic all season. Zarvan Tamboli, famous for just being sticky in every pot. Abhishek Goendy decides check raising is the way to go. Completely disregarding my advice, but what do I know? Abhishek Goendy putting the pressure back on Zarvan.
Now that stickiness put to the test with the pocket twos for Mr. Tamboli.
I don't see how he can continue here. Throwing in a time bank, so he's clearly considering it. These time banks are super valuable on the final table. Goendy could have a wide range of holdings, including hands as strong as a set. Something like pocket threes would play this way. I'm not really sure what you're hoping for if you have pocket deuces. There's really no card you can hit apart from a deuce that would make you comfortable. And right as I say that, it's a 3-bet on the flop, ladies and gentlemen. Those pink chips are 5k apiece. The action has been bumped up to 19,000. The pressure put right back on Goendy. What a move. Turned his pocket deuces, complete air, into a bluff, and this looks so strong. And Goendy decides to stick around and calls fairly quickly. That is a weak hand to be calling 3 bets on the flop with. Goendy's onto something. Look how massive this pot is already. As it comes, the 9 of clubs on the turn. The stickiness pays off for Abhishek Goendy this time. Top 2 pair, he's going to feel very comfortable in this hand. The only hand he needs to be afraid of really is Zarvan having pocket threes. Maybe once in a while pocket eights that would play this way. But you can't go around living life afraid of sets. Goendy checks and is just praying for Zarvan to bet. Zarvan doesn't oblige though as we head to the river. I think Zarvan's given up in this hand. Now it comes an 8. And Goendy quickly checks. He's trapping now. Zarvan giving him that look that says, will you fold if I bet? He has some showdown value, mind you. Beats the naked flush draws. Could just check behind and hope for the best. Oh, there's another look. You can see it through the sunglasses. Oh, and a sigh. Usually the white flag. He doesn't want to. I think he knows he has to check. But he doesn't want to. Throws in another time bank. Again, these are precious. He's clearly still considering taking a stab. And there's the third look. And the fourth. And Goendy's been staring him this whole time, it turns out. Goading him into a bet, it seems. Chips reach for Zarvan, bluffs at it, and Goendy snap calls.
क्या ट्राई करते रहता हूँ मैं
मैं तो लगा था स्टेयर करते करते स्माइल ना कर दे ये ऑलमोस्ट स्माइल करते करते चिप्स उठा लिए इसने
Yeah, on the river, right? Yeah, he was one first time bank he had given up. Yeah, he had given up. Yeah, his hand was coming ahead and then he went like, नहीं कुछ करते हैं.
And Goendy was looking at him कि मतलब पता ही है मुझे कि तू क्या करने वाला है.
Like I know he's check calling. Like
Yeah, obviously I threw it like as soon as. I was like, if I bet you this fuck will jam and all that shit, fuck it, we'll just, इससे अच्छा
नहीं मैं फोल्ड कर देता
चल दे.
Could not help himself. Points for effort?
Points for effort, as always, to Zarvan Tamboli, but it seems like the table caught on to what we were seeing in the booth. Old school poker, you could actually go with your reads in the form of the live tells you were getting from Zarvan.
There was a proper release of tension from the table as well. Everyone burst into laughter.
Well, why not? Zarvan is usually a terror at every poker table he's on. He's certainly been dominant at the circuit. Now he's crippled plenty of big blinds considering how deep we started with about a 70k stack, but still much shorter than everyone else. Ace King off though will help the cause.
Well, let's not forget he did come into this with the extra big blinds, so that is quite the bleed.
1900 was the open, and now yet another 3-bet being faced by an Ace King. Rubin decides that 9-8 suited, the suited connectors, will be getting 3-bet from the hijack. So far, we've had 3 players re-raise Ace King pre-flop and not get played back at.
Mom, did you go out to party yesterday?
No, I went out with these guys, yeah. So I'm gonna win it.
What time did you come back?
We came back at 1:30.
132-ish.
And were you chilling in Chicky's room also?
For like 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
Oh, so you slept by 2:30?
2:30, yes. 2 o'clock I slept.
Okay,
What time? वो कह रहा फिर तो क्या ही. He slept at 1.
Some discussion about pre-finale preparation, as I was mentioning. Some players did unwind a little bit. Right now, Zarvan, though, one of the players who was fully focused coming to the finale. Yeah, he's not having any of it. And Ace King will finally get 4-bet. He's picked the right opponent as well, Rubin, usually playing very wide ranges, as we can see here. Against most opponents, I suspect a fold would be fairly quick. 9-8 suited. Rubin takes a bit of time, but no time banks needed. Lets it go. Zarvan getting some momentum back in the game. He knows what's at stake. He's ready to do the job.
I really want to win this, and I've been playing well since the last 3-4 days. I'm in the zone. I don't want to mess it up because of the last day and do something stupid and not take this down. So I thoroughly believe I deserve to win this, and I'm a very competitive person as such. Keep money apart, and that's not my main motive also any which ways. More than the money, it's the pride for me, and my family wants me to win, and because they are looking forward to me taking this down. So yeah, I want to lift that, and I want to be the Circuit Season 2 champion.
Zarvan Tamboli, the family man who does things on his own terms. He doesn't need a solver, he just needs his skill and his style to dominate. Here he is, on the verge of greatness once more.
Pursued poker after MBA. I mean, my parents thought I was working in Dubai, which was not actually true. So I basically lied to them for about 8 to 10 months, saying that I'm working, I have a job, and they visited Dubai 2 times. I took like Zomato passes from my friends to take them out to restaurants and all. तो उनको लग रहा है अरे बेटा Zomato में काम करता है, but that wasn't true. I was playing cash games in Dubai, and I had rented an apartment opposite Burj Khalifa, which was pretty expensive. So they were like, इतने पैसे कहाँ से आए ये apartment खरीदने के लिए, मतलब rent पे लेने के लिए. So I told him side by side मैं poker खेलता और उसमें से निकाला, and you know थोड़ा एक ही जिंदगी है, YOLO ये वो सब समझा दिया. अभी सपने पूरे करते हैं. I shifted to Dubai. Then I met my current wife Shania there, and she kind of burned that fire again in me to like take this up and play it professionally. I was little not so confident because of the vibes and because of the energy at home, around in the society, and there's no solid backup, security nahi hai, what if shit goes wrong and all that. All those things were like clouding my mind. It's very normal, sabka wahi hota hai. And yeah, so she gave me that backup, she gave me the assurance that if shit hits the roof, don't worry, I'm there, I have a good job. Like we are secured, ऐसे नहीं कि हम रास्ते पे आ जाएंगे. So you go out there, pursue your passion, and we'll see how it goes. Poker to Zarvan Tamboli means life. It's literally my life. You get to meet a lot of people, you get to travel the world, you see the highs, lows. Sometimes you have friends everywhere when you're winning, and it's all like glory and happiness and all. And when you're not winning, when you're alone, when you're down, it's only you and yourself. So yeah, it is life. That's what I would put it.
Well, poker certainly does still have its taboos, but Zarvan is living proof that it's a game of skill, strategy, and discipline. He's not just playing the game, he is redefining it.
Couldn't agree more. Zarvan wears the fact that he's a family man on his sleeve, and on the one hand, I can't imagine the pressure that comes alongside. On the other hand, I'm sure it's balanced out by the incredible support he gets, not just from his wife, but from his daughter as well. Very, very cool to see. Sometimes we'll be out in the streets of Vietnam getting dinner or something, and you'll see him FaceTiming his daughter, updating her on the events of the day. That's what it's all about. Various personalities, various lifestyles, various attitudes at the poker table.
Well, I can tell you from personal experience, there's nothing like your daughter's beautiful face after you've taken a really bad beat. You just forget it all, you realize what you're playing for, and you reset. It's beautiful.
Well, King Queen suited in the small blind is where he wants to be. Beautiful hand, and it's all about that small versus big dynamic in these final tables. You want to set the tone early, and having a premium, which this certainly is in the blinds, really helps the case. Now we see he raises 3.5x, and Laksh wakes up with pocket tens. What a cooler, two massive hands in the blinds. 3.5x is the standard open these days from the small blind. You balance it with all the trash hands you want to try and steal from. This time Zarvan had a good hand, and now Laksh just calls. Tricky, absolutely under-repping his hand. And good timing for it too, comes 9-4-4. If I remember my early poker math correctly, Adi, you're about 30% to have an overpair on the flop with pocket tens. So this situation working out beautifully in Laksh's favor thus far. Zarvan should be compelled to fire a C-bet on a board like this.
2 overs in the backdoor diamonds, cannot blame the man. Fire he does.
3,200. Good sizing. An underbet to the pre-flop raise, but makes sense on a board like this. If your opponent hasn't connected, a small bet will get the job done. And now Laksh comes along. His range is plenty wide. After all, he just called pre-flop and calls on the flop. Comes the Jack of Diamonds, 1 overcard to the tens. But look at this. King Queen of Diamonds now has all kinds of outs. A gut shot to the straight, flush draw with the diamonds, and of course, a king and a queen as well.
Not to state the obvious, of course, but he does not want to hit that 10. No, he does not.
Yeah, there are 2 super dangerous cards. The 10 of spades or hearts would be absolute disaster. Laksh with 74% equity. And Zarvan fires. This has now gone from a bluff to a semi-bluff. 7,000 is the bet. would fold out all the ace highs, perhaps all the hands that had some backdoor equity that Laksh came along with on the flop. Zarvan doesn't know that Laksh has been under-repping this whole time though. I don't see him doing anything but calling. Makes sense for him to just call. As we head to a crucial river, and it's a 9.
That's a bit of a weird one actually for Laksh to play now.
Double paired board. King high has a decent amount of showdown value. There are hands such as the 10-8s that could get this far, that Zarvan could beat. But we've seen Zarvan, sometimes he can't help himself. Needs to find the check.
King high.
Finds the check, and Laksh checks behind. Takes down a nice pot, but lots of equity that did not go the way of Zarvan.
I'd say a rather conservative check back there from Laksh.
Yeah, a bit worried about the wild card that is Zarvan perhaps. Did not want to get check raised. But he navigated perfectly to get paid 2 streets.
That's what even I was first looking for. कि 10 of diamonds है तो कुछ और भी अलग तरीके का शाका-लाका बन जाता.
The defending champion, staying balanced and mixing things up.
Lakshpal has fought countless battles, crunching every permutation and combination to get here. This Baazi Team Pro is ready to prove his prowess again. This season tested him, but he rode back in the final events, showing why he's the defending champion. He's mastered the art of survival, navigating through storms and setbacks with unwavering focus. And now he steps into the FT, and the stage is set for him to go back-to-back and reclaim his crown.
I mean, there have been a lot of battles this past few days, and somehow scraped through after a lot of ups and downs. And yeah, I'm really excited here at the finale, back-to-back, and I'm ready to defend my title and be the back-to-back winner of the circuit.
Back-to-back winner of the circuit would be a record that would stand the test of time. What an ambition to have. Meanwhile, 6 contenders trying to deny that exact ambition. Still not over the fact that 3 of the newcomers out of the 4 are here with us in the finale. An achievement in itself. Azhar, Jagdeep and Zarvan. Certainly showing why they're with us to begin with. Absolutely in contention. Abhishek Goindi raising ace-jack off against one of the newcomers here. Jagdeep Singh comes along from the hijack with 10-9 off. Pretty loose. Maybe Jagdeep's PLO mindset taking over here, Addy. You're in position? Yeah, any 2 cards will do.
That, or it's just his live experience. All 3 of the newcomers you mentioned, all great at live poker. Jagdeep perhaps at the top of that list, certainly in terms of stakes.
And Rubin finds a disciplined fold for Rubin at least. Queen Jack off is folded. Believe it or not, I think Jagdeep flat calling in the hijack is going to tighten up the table more than Goindi raising under the gun. And what a time to be frisky. It comes King 10-9. 2 pair for Jagdeep, bottom 2. Goindi left with just a gut shot to Broadway. The board is rainbow. Goindi begins with a continuation bet. We had almost the exact flop when Goindi had ace-king as well, and we found him continuation betting, so we can see he's balanced here. And now how does Jagdeep want to proceed? Bottom 2 is always precarious. Just think about all the scare cards. A jack, a queen, a king, an ace. Yeah, he's reaching for much more than 2,000 chips. He's raised it in position. Time to see how sticky Goindi is. It's paid off for him thus far against Zarvan. Jagdeep is a different kind of beast though. Oh my. Ace-jack off has come along. I think the sizing played a role here, Addy. Small continuation bet. Small raise. And Goindi decides with the rainbow board he has enough equity to try and spike a queen.
Well, he's picked up enough to spike a double gutter now. The double belly buster.
Yep, an 8 or a queen now gives him a straight. Good card for Jagdeep as well, though. An undercard to the 9 means he knows his hand is likely way ahead. $13,000 is the ask now. The stakes bumped up all of a sudden. And now Goindi probably has too much of hand. The board's still rainbow. He knows his straight will likely be best unless he's up against the flop straight.
Which is a little hard considering he's got a jack in his hand himself.
13,000. Pot odds, not the best on offer. 21% equity.
Oh, that is a lot of big pink chips, Vidar.
Oh my goodness. He's turned his hand into a bluff. You just mentioned the jack in the hand. He's simply decided to represent Queen Jack precisely.
37.
40,000. 40,000.
And now what do you do with 2 pair? Goindi raised under the gun. Pocket kings, pocket 10s, pocket 9s. More so in his range than Jagdeep's. Queen Jack suited perhaps is what Abhishek Goindi is representing. You're not ahead of his value range, that's for sure. 27,000 being asked for would balloon the pot up to almost 100k. Jagdeep would have just over a pot size bet left behind. I mentioned the word leverage before. This bet has a lot of leverage and it's a check raise. Way scarier. And he's reaching for chips. Does not seem to be in the mood to get away from this hand. Feels he's way too up in his range. And certainly could have a read on Goindi. And it comes a jack. All kinds of straights now possible. 4 to a straight on the board with an 8 or a queen. And the quick check from Goindi. He's given up. Once Jagdeep calls, he's the one who could have trapped straights. A queen jack in Jagdeep's range would play the exact same way. Goindi knows the storytelling has come to an end. And a check from Jagdeep means the pot goes his way. Not the best showdown for Goindi, thinking that maybe another barrel could have gotten the job done. But the table absolutely silent, admiring how Jagdeep managed to hold on to that hand.
You do love the check raise, bro. I love the check raise.
Yeah, that's why I called, no? Because they're very good check raising hands.
Very good check raising spot. It's a spot that you are supposed to over.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people would have folded in my spot.
Yeah.
I would have folded.
LP is like me, a lot of people. It's a very, very good check raise.
नहीं but
80 भी आ जाती तो सही है.
सही बंदा है.
मतलब fold भी कर सकता हूँ, but like I figured out you have bluffs there.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is the level these players are at. Jagdeep knew he was high up in his range enough, such that if Goindi had any bluffs, he wanted to hang on, and he gave Goindi credit for finding bluffs.
Zarvan पत्ते मिले एक बार आए ace king, लेकिन Rubin भी घुसा बीच में लेकिन.
9-10 ऑफ फ्लैट करके डीप खेलना है मेरे साथ, हाँ? ऐसा कर.
तू 10 deuce खेल रहा है तो फिर?
10 deuce का खेला मैंने ब्रो.
कल अभी 3K भी आने दो, फिर 9-10 आपका सब हाई.
वही तो नहीं चाहिए भाई, तभी तो ये सब करना पड़ रहा है.
फिर आपको सूटेड के नीचे कुछ खेल ही नहीं पाओगे.
What a bowler. Says well played. And then in brackets, thanks for your chips.
Isn't that always the undertone when you say well played, Addy, after you scoop up a pot? I miss the old online days. Every hand, NH, nice hand, well played, WP. But in brackets, thank you for the chips.
I'm an emoji guy, personally.
What's your favorite emoji for well played?
For well played, just the nice hand one.
Well, speaking of nice hands, there's 3 very different ones. Race 10 off. Broadway cards, always good. Found a 3-bet from the small. The open was under the gun, but it's Azhar, not getting the respect an under the gun open might get usually. And Jagdeep, well, we saw the showdown with 10-9 off, so not gonna get too much respect. Ashish putting it all together, finds the squeeze.
ये मतलब यार क्या है ये? Flop नहीं देखने देगा मतलब तू? हाँ?
When we hit our jack, can we bluff?
Oh no.
बोर्ड पे फ्लैश ड्रॉ भी नहीं है ब्रो, मतलब फ्लैश ड्रॉ है ही नहीं, लेकिन टर्न पे तो कैसे?
वही मैं सोच रहा था bro, should I, but I'm like, fuck, we're too deep to convert, bro.
Wendy is still hung up over that spot. We've all been there. Oh, and while the table is distracted, Jagdeep says, well, I think I'll come along in position with my little suited one-gapper. Cheeky.
Ace 7-3 rainbow. Beautiful flop for the ace 10 after you've squeezed. You're never too comfortable with just a 10 as a kicker, but against Jagdeep as the player who flatted the under the gun open, can feel a bit more confident. Sure, every once in a while your opponent will have maybe ace jack off, ace queen off and the like, but ace 10 so likely ahead. Rocky bets for value. And now, after you've called pre, you have 8-6 of hearts on the ace 7-3 board. Yes, backdoor's possible, but it's not much of a hand, is it?
Is it wrong that I'm kind of rooting for a 10 of hearts?
Well, he has to call first to get there, but let's not forget Jagdeep is the PLO master, and calling with wraparounds such as the 8-6 against the 7 and the 3 of hearts is pretty standard.
I could continue, but depends on how the...
He does make the call and does spike the backdoor heart flush draw. This could be dangerous. It's going to keep him in the hand if Rocky keeps firing.
I don't think he raises queen jack on the flop very often.
But he just checks. Decides to stay balanced. After all, if he had a hand such as 10s, jacks, queens, kings, he would take a stab on the flop and then check on the turn against potential aces.
Not wanting to make this a 3-street affair, perhaps, against the likes of Jagdeep Singh.
Good timing as well. Now Jagdeep has an option. Does he check behind and realize his equity, or does he stab? Well, he checks behind and hits the heart. Must be nice. Floating 8 high with just backdoors and going runner hearts. Jagdeep running hot. Ashish finds a check and in comes the value bet. The only question is how much. The pot is 41,000. Mind you, with Jagdeep calling a pre-flop 3-bet and calling on the flop, you need to think about his range as well. Aces will certainly be in there. 7s perhaps. And he bets 40,000. A huge pot-sized bet. Ashish just has aces and 7s with a 10 kicker. Backdoor flush draw has come in and the middle pair on the flop has paired up. His ace certainly doesn't need to be the best hand anymore, but he's under-repped it this whole time. And he sighs and throws in a chip. A huge dent to Ashish's stack.
Nice turn check, Usman.
He's like, before everyone can get 40, I'll get them to 40 in this level only. He's like, you guys want to get to 40? ऐसे करते
जल्दी आओ
अभी लेके आ रहा हूँ 40 पे मेरे को लेके चलो ना भैया मैं आराम से इधर से छोड़ता हूँ आप उधर से फोड़ो या स्केड्यूल चेंज कराया बंदा लेट आया -10 हटवाया सब कर करके
12 कर देते
डिस्क्वालीफाइड
disqualified
शॉर्ट सर्किट
Jagdeep, of course, flying in from the high roller life. I think somewhere in Switzerland he came in from. Got in there, took everyone's chips, has the table fanboying around him. And now with the chip lead, of course.
Absolutely baller.
And that's the end boss of high-stakes poker in India, Jagdeep Singh, putting on an absolute masterclass. First with a lovely bluff catch against Abhishek Goendy, and later taking Ashish Ahuja to the streets pre-flop with massive aggression. It is clear he's not just here to take part, he's here to win it all. With an eye on the trophy, you can bet There's a plan brewing in his mind.
A lot of good players on my table, and I'm really looking forward to play with them. I am hoping to play some like deep stack hands before it gets too shallow and get a stack. And essentially that's my edge, I think, against this field. And if I can do that, then I can navigate the other, like when the stacks get shallow, that part of the tournament. So my plan is simple: go there and see how everyone is playing, try to put everyone in difficult situations so that in situations they are not used to, so that they make some mistakes, and that is my whole plan today.
Safe to say the players have settled in, but no elimination thus far. Everyone's dream is still alive. Of course, we started out plenty deep, so no surprise there. But the blinds do climb up. No getting away from them. Death, taxes, and blinds, they are coming.
Only grind.
Couple of players have been quieter than others. I'm sure they'll each have something up their sleeves. Laksh kicks off, ace-10 suited, opening under the gun. Azhar has queen-jack off on the button. Will speculate, not surprising. Gets to close the action every street, why not? Jagdeep had been mighty loose, but lets the 8-7 off go, and Zarvan wakes up with pocket queens in the big blind. He's been patient, he's taken some hits, he's been waiting for a moment like this.
He called, let's go. What? Oh my... I don't understand.
And doesn't squeeze. That is shocking, respecting Laksh's opening range and just trapping really. And flops the queen, a very hidden middle set on the king-queen 7 board.
Zarvan doing Zarvan things.
Mind you, Azhar had a queen as well, so it's the case queen that's come out. Laksh has a straight draw to Broadway and backdoor nut flush draw with the diamonds. Azhar middle pair, middle kicker, but somehow not drawing dead. He's only working with the backdoors he has with the straight and flush draws. Laksh begins with a continuation bet into 2 opponents. And Azhar comes along. And Zarvan surely will want to check raise. The board is plenty wet.
The thing is, since he's underrepped by not raising pre-flop, I was just gonna say he might elect to do the trappy thing.
This is a proper trappy. It's been trapped till the turn, and there comes a dreaded heart. Nobody has a flush yet. Zarvan still has a lock on the hand, but enough equity now for Azhar with the jack-high flush draw. Laksh is left with ace-high. Straight draw on a flush board. Not worth much. Understandably checks. Azhar just has middle pair, second nut flush draw, and decides to fire from the button.
Looking to maybe thin the herd. It's not gonna work.
Zarvan can no longer consider check raising. It's too dangerous. After all, Azhar could have a flush. Just makes the call, praying for no heart to appear. No heart, and a king gives a full boat to Zarvan.
Ooh. Now I'll go check.
You like the lead from Zarvan, yeah? So block bet. I have to have some nuts here.
Tricky card, mind you. Zarvan could still elect to check, considering Azhar should have a king often as played. Not to mention he's actually representing a flush that would still value bet the river. But Zarvan doesn't want the exact kind of hand Azhar has, a queen, to perhaps check behind. Perhaps things as wide as 7 with a flush draw as well would do the same. Ace highs might check behind as well. I think Zarvan is looking to donk bet this for value.
I think if China's hand is strong enough to bet into 2 people on the turn, then you should just check to him. His hand is either too strong or he's bluffing. So how would he call a bet if he's bluffing?
35.
And he bets big. 35 into 32,600. And Azhar looks confused. Zarvan's trying to say he either has a flush or a king. Nobody would expect him to have pocket queens, of course. And Azhar doesn't seem like he's a believer. After all, he blocks the flush with the jack of hearts. Blocks king queen as well, which would be the absolute nuts. This is for almost a third of Azhar's stack. And he lets it go. Good fold. So Zarvan clearly has some tricks up his sleeve. Playing the pocket queens, very tricky pre-flop. Doesn't get rewarded too much for his efforts, but he'll appreciate the 18,000 chips he picks up. Puts him right back closer to everybody else's starting stack. Still a decent downfall from where he started the table though, with all the extra big blinds in the world.
But the road to recovery has begun. Zarvan's no stranger to the swings of the game. He's readjusted his plan. And he played that one quite tricky. And it served him well. Meanwhile, Laksh gets rid of the Doyle Brunson under the gun. And Rubin Labru, who's been rather quiet on this final table, is going to open up the action for us. Ace-5 suited, a fine contender. Rocky picks up pocket nines. He's quite short after that hand that he lost to Jagdeep, where that dirty backdoor flush came through. Now looking for redemption himself.
Yes, 24 bigs or so. Decides to just call as well. Could have easily 3-bet, but respecting the undergun +1 open.
Goindi definitely getting the right price here to set mine.
Heads up. Heads up. Okay. Heads up 5. Go.
5-way 5k. Okay, the c-bet has to be
5-way pot.
You have to say it like this: 5-way 5k. Okay.
Only Labru has to put 5k, no c-bet. No one else is raised.
Everybody loves directing people to put chips into the middle when they're not in the hand. As we head to the flop, 5-way, Jack 10, 3, rainbow. Nothing for anyone, pocket 9 still ahead. But how are you supposed to know pocket 9s could be the best hand 5-way?
Check. Check.
Ashish checks. Nobody too interested in the pot. But the king comes in, giving Zarvan Tamboli the best of it now.
He is out of position to everyone on this table. A bet here would look super strong, and his hand, even though top pair isn't as strong as you'd like it to be.
Rubin has some ideas. After all, opening undergun +1 and not getting 3-bet means he is the most likely candidate to have ace-queen, which would be the nuts on this board. He has an ace blocker. That's enough for Rubin. Goes for it, bluffing into 4 players.
Yep, those are still pocket 9s, so in the muck they go, followed by the upside down pocket 9s from Goindi. And Zarvan, with top pair now, chilling, makes the call.
An ace or a queen needed for Rubin. A 6 would have given Goindi the set, not that it matters anymore. Comes down to these two, Zarvan and Rubin. Zarvan check called on the turn. An absolute brick on the river, so suspect a check is likely. Certainly can't be betting and risking getting blown off the hand from an opponent as aggressive as Rubin. There is a temptation to block bet though, and there we go. Last time around, Zarvan was donking with the absolute goods. So this time he stays balanced. He's donking with the hand he would not want to see raised. And he's done the old Azhar trick. 2,200 into over 25,000. Really tiny block bet. And Rubin still has the range advantage, is the one who should have ace-queen more often. raises it up and gets it done. Zarvan leveling himself out of that hand with the block bet and Rubin absolutely pouncing on it. This is not a man you want to give the opportunity to bluff. He'll never shy away from it.
My game plan for the grand finale is I'm just going to play my game and be more ICM aware, not make punts. It's a 700 table, 3 people get paid. I made a mistake last circuit. I still kind of regret it. You know, it haunted me a little bit because I feel like I have a shot at becoming, the circuit champion. I think I'm going to do well this time. I'm pretty confident. I feel like I'm going to win it.
Rubin Labru, the artist. And what a picture he has painted for us thus far. He's been hanging around the middle of the pack for most of it, but anytime he's been given the opportunity, he's caused trouble just the way he likes to. We imagine he will be reflecting on last season's spectacular blow-up and hoping history doesn't repeat itself. But so far, so good for Rubin Labru. The brush strokes have been precise. Will he turn this final table into his masterpiece?
Rubin looking to right the wrongs of Season 1. Laksh looking to repeat the rights of Season 1. Mind you, once we made the money, Laksh was actually the shortest stack. Had a massive comeback. Rubin, of course, came in second in chips. Couldn't get it done. Abhishek Goindi now, second in chips, coming into the final table. Looking to make his mark. Ashish with the 9 deuce, no dice. Jack 4 suited for Abhishek, no dice either. And pocket queens for Azhar. When there's no elimination early on in a final table, the tension begins to build. It's bad enough to bubble, but you don't want to be the first one out. You'll go and join the players in the lounge and just have to look on at what could have been. Nobody wants to be there.
Coach at least needs to have a good mindset.
7-5 is defended with a big blind discount, and it comes a 5 on the flop. This could get tricky for Zarvan. Middle pair versus the overpair. Great spot to continuation bet for Azhar. As the backdoor hard draw as well. Usually a board that's 8 high should favor the big blind defending range, but this is Mohammad Azhar. He's going to have the widest of ranges on the button. So Zarvan can't feel too comfortable. Just check calls. Another 5. What a catch. It's a heart as well. So Azhar actually has the hard draw to boot. Has the overpair. Surely he wants to put chips into the middle. Can't go around just putting your opponent on the hands that only beat you. He's behind 5s. He's behind flushes. But he's ahead of so many holdings Zarvan could have. Decides to check for pot control and does hit the flush on the river. Zarvan's 5 now reduced to just a 7 high flush. And now Azhar with the second nut flush draw surely goes for value. The only question is how much. He goes with 2/3 spot, and it's snap call by Zarvan.
Another dent to Zarvan's stack, down to just 51k now.
33 bigs. He's the short stack, along with Ashish.
Queen of Hearts क्यों दिखा रहा है पहले? डरा रहा है तू लोगों को?
Queen of Heart देखते Zarvan ने तो गिव अप मार ही दिया था. Queen of Heart एक गिव अप है मेरा तो.
गिव अप क्या? अभी फ्लैश है क्या?
वही तो मैं बोल रहा हूँ. That's Zarvan style when he said set and showed the 6, no? Remember that day?
Bluff भी तो ऐसे ही दिखाता है ना? Bluff भी ऐसे ही दिखाता है ना? एक.
Balanced है तू.
दूसरा पत्ता देखना जरूरी होता
But queen of spade पहले फेंकना चाहिए था.
That's what I said.
Like just.
No, I'm not trying to do anything. पहले फेंक के बाद में फेंक के उसको और गरम करना वो नहीं कर रहा. I was just giving my showdown as the cards came.
Already गरम कर दिया bet कर.
मैंने कुछ गरम नहीं किया भैया, आप किए उनको गरम.
तुम सबको बहुत गर्मी चढ़ गई है सबको.
अब भैया मैंने नहीं किया भैया.
ये बोला मैंने. I've met you.
भैया यार भैया तो बोलना ही चाहिए आपको वैसे.
भैया.
Keep getting the respect he deserves, but the needling all aimed at Zarvan. Zarvan's usually the king of needling himself, so I think the players are having a decent amount of fun at his expense. And it's not just fun, is it, Addy? You also do kind of want to rattle somebody on the table so that they can perhaps misplay hands in the future. Let's see if Zarvan has gotten rattled. For now, he's out of the pot. Jagdeep opening King 9 suited. Ace 8 suited asks Ashish for a chip count before calling in case Ashish comes back over the top, and he just might with King Queen off. He's down to just 7 bigs. Finds the squeeze spot. Would love for Jagdeep to isolate and get Rubin's dead money in the mix, but I don't see Jagdeep doing that with King 9 suited.
How much? 15,000. 15.
Is this one of those soft collusion spots perhaps, Addy?
15 at total.
Well, given how few spots are paid, the faster you get good players out, the better it is for everyone else on the table, so why not? He has given Rubin that option.
And Rubin will take the option. It's 2v1. Ashish Ahuja has 30% equity. I suspect he'll take it. A king or a queen is basically what he needs.
Yep, everyone will take a triple up.
It comes Jack 10-10. Decent board for king queen. The 9s and aces that Ashish needs to make the straight are in his opponent's hands. He has the only backdoor diamond draw as well. Comes another jack though, which will certainly hurt his chances. Ace high looking like the best hand here. Will scoop 69% of the time, it seems. A king, queen, 9 or ace needed for Rocky. And none to be found. This could be it. The first elimination of the circuit finale. If the players go check and check, Rubin scoops and Ashish busts. And there we have it. The first elimination from the finale. Each of these is going to be painful, but perhaps a bit extra for Ashish Ahuja. Made it to the finale, won an event, came runner-up in another. Really battled his way all the way to this table, only to be the first one out. We'll certainly miss his playing style and, of course, his smile.
Alright, Rocky, I'm sure you're a little bit heartbroken at the moment, but I have good news for you. Your circuit graph is upwards trajectory. That's good news.
Yep. Yeah, you can't control much here, the run of cards. Yeah, I just played one hand. I didn't play much during the entire finale. But it's okay. I'm happy with, at least I made it to the finale. I played really hard to make it here, and I'll take that.
The bust out was fairly standard because you were short. I think the pivotal hand was definitely the one with Jagdeep. He backdoors the flush. What was going through your mind when you made the call?
Jagdeep is capable of bluffing the spot, and the board are not pretty clean. Like just backdoor. Only thing was the backdoor flush got there. He's now checking a better ace there on turn for sure. So he needs some protection for as well because backdoor flush is coming in. I can have some flushes, so he would definitely bet better ace than mine in that spot. So I was fairly happy with how the turnout came out. But it's okay. Yeah, he somehow backdoored the flush. That's part of the game.
You've been season 1. You've been season 2 now. What are your learnings from the journey that you've had? Because you're definitely making progress.
It's just poker, so there's nothing much different that I have to do here or what I do at home. So it's pretty much the same. The only thing that I'm here to showcase is that poker is a game of skill, and that's why you have to be very good at it to make money. So you just have to work hard and be the best player. That's all.
Very well said. Right, well, nothing left to do now but get back into the players' round, enjoy the action. It's going to be fun. Very well played, mate. We'll see you in the next one.
I had a pretty roller coaster journey in the second season. I started with as least points possible, and from there, I'm going to come back. And you could see my enthusiasm yesterday. I was like pretty happy when I finally qualified for the finale. This was my only aim, first aim, obviously not the only aim. The first aim to at least qualify for the finale first, and then have a chance to win it. But yeah, today was not meant for me. I couldn't. There wasn't much. I just played one hand against Jagdeep, and that just sealed my fate in the finale.
Well, one hand is all it takes sometimes, and that's Ashish Ahuja out of the circuit. Jagdeep Singh still chip leading the pack. Zarvan Tamboli bringing up the rear.
The first player out means everybody perhaps feeling a bit more accomplished, but it's all about making it to the top 3 at the moment. And perhaps for some of them, it's only about coming first. These are 6 competitive poker players who are used to always eyeing the top prize. In this case, it's 15 lakhs, of course, but it comes with the glory of having hardware to showcase that you're the best poker player in the country.
Yeah, that lovely shiny trophy you see just behind Lakshpal Singh there. That's what they're fighting for. What a beaut it is.
There's the man who does have one of those at home. Lakshpal Singh, the defending champion, opens pocket 6s. And Rubin has a very Rubin-esque hand. Are we bringing back that term, Addy?
I was going to say the same thing, so I believe so, yes.
7-6 suited. Disciplined though. Lets it go. It's all very opponent dependent, mind you. Laksh has a tendency to be a bit tighter than most, and he's with a short stack in play as well in the form of Zarvan, so is hijack open getting respect? Not from Goindi though, who has position. Pocket 4s on the button. Queen 10 from Azhar hits the muck, and Jagdeep has pocket queens. No wonder he's eyeing the 2 opponents intently. We saw Zarvan play pocket queens as a disguised flat on the big blind. Jagdeep though is the chip leader. You love having a premium hand in a spot like this. You want to raise so that in the future you can balance with weak holdings.
He's asked Laksh for a count, by the way.
In comes the 3-bet squeeze. Laksh opened, Abhishek just called, and that is the squeeze bet. And Laksh is certainly going to feel the squeeze. 17,500 for him to call, and 48,000 in his stack. Let's it go.
Yep, at that sizing, calling's not really an option. Not with 6s anyway.
Pocket 4s is a different dynamic altogether. Look at the stacks. These are the 2 big stacks on the table. Abhishek Goindi would be in position. Does he want to set mine? From a math perspective, you're about 1 in 8 to flop a set. He's being offered 10 to 1 to make the call in terms of effective stacks. And he does come along, it seems.
Well, the implications of actually hitting a 4 against a stack like Jagdeep's could be absolutely massive. He's in position as well.
As we head to the King Deuce 5 flop, time to play some poker. 1 overcard for Jagdeep. 2 hearts on the board. He has the Queen of Hearts. Abhishek Goindi has whiffed, but he's in position. And this is big stack versus big stack violence. The continuation bet comes in, and it's tiny as expected. Pretty standard from a theory perspective on a board like this. How does Goindi proceed? Just lets it go.
float. Float.
करने वाला था.
बनता है.
Ace queen.
एक तो बनता ही है.
Ace queen था.
Something like that. हाँ? Something like that. Sizing की बड़ी गड़बड़ होगी यार.
ज़्यादा बड़ी कर दी तूने.
या फ्लॉप
नहीं बट मेरे पास ऑप्शन क्या था
फ्लॉप पे या प्री फ्लॉप?
प्री फ्लॉप
17-5 5 के कम।
जब आपने वो साइज किया मेरे को लगा कि मेरा 40% स्टैक तो है ही, तो मतलब ब्लफ कम ही होंगे उस पे।
बट वाज दैट द इंटेंशन?
हाँ मतलब
गलत हो गया तो आई एम अज्यूमिंग ही वांटेड टू बेट।
नो द प्रॉब्लम इज कि इट बेसिकली गिव्स अवे सिग्नल कि मैं बेट फोल्ड नहीं कर रहा हूँ, मैं फोल्ड नहीं कर रहा हूँ, तो मेरे ब्लफ्स नहीं है।
इट कुड वर्क आल्सो एंड नॉट वर्क आल्सो।
हाँ बट मैं कमिट भी तो हो रहा हूँ ना उसमें।
हाँ मतलब
ये गड़बड़ है ना कि अब ये भर देगा तो मैं कमिट हूँ ना, फिर मुझे कॉल करना पड़ेगा।
नंगा हैंड नहीं होगा तेरे पास, ये बात है उस सिचुएशन में आई गेस।
If you make it 17, you can have like ace 3 off also. Like when you make it 22, it makes it a little less likely. I had a pair at 6s.
But my thing was that मुझे पता था ये आ रहा है, तो मेरे को ये था कि तेरा नहीं है तो मैं इसके साथ तो मतलब बड़ा कर ही लूँगा। मुझे पता था 100% इसकी कॉल आ रही है।
हाँ मतलब his range should be tighter, shouldn't be calling against me pre.
A little bit of analysis, a little bit of post-hoc rationalization as well. I think Jagdeep did what a lot of players and raised it slightly bigger from the blinds with pocket queens. Couldn't get more value than the pre-flop action, but the rich get richer.
Well, I mentioned he had an inkling that Gwyndy was going to come along. Not sure if that's just a needle to try and loosen up the other big stack a little bit, or if it's a genuine adjustment.
Well, right now he's up against a short stack, and mind you, a very surprising flat call from the small blind. Zarvan has about 14 bigs. Jagdeep did not shove the pocket threes pre-flop, and Zarvan did not shove the ace 6. And the flop comes king 9-8. Very surprised blind on blind these hands have not forced the chips to be in the middle. Kudos to both of them to have essentially made this a post-flop hand, but now both players have very weak holdings on this board. Jagdeep begins with a tiny bet with his pocket threes, and Zarvan knows he's under rep with the ace high, so comes along and catches a 6. Very fortunate turn of events. But then again, kind of unfortunate, Addy, because if the action had gone pre-flop all in, Zarvan would have been on the verge of a double up.
And also tricky now as well, because the 6 out of the 2 cards he had is still an undercard to the flop.
That's a great point. Jagdeep seems to be eyeing a double barrel, and in it comes. It's a small one though. It's 2/3 spot. Can you hold on with a 6 here? 8,000 is a fourth of Zarvan's remaining stack. But he does make the call. Barring the one out, he has the check mark. Will Jagdeep fire a third street and put Zarvan to the ultimate test? Let's take a look at the run out as well. King 9, 8, 6, 8. If Zarvan had a draw, apart from the 10-7, none of them have come in. Straight draws and spade draws likely to have missed. So Jagdeep could think he has showdown value with the pocket threes. He decides to check, and Zarvan gets the good news.
All in क्यों नहीं हुआ pre-flop?
मैंने उसका स्टैक ही नहीं देखा और उसने भी पता नहीं क्यों नहीं डाला। मैंने लिम्प करने के बाद उसका स्टैक
कॉल नहीं कर सकते लिम्प।
हाँ एग्जैक्टली।
हो गया फ्रीज लिम्प।
वही तो चेक हो गया all in। पता नहीं कितना था, I don't know, maybe fold also, depends on।
मेरे को तो all in ही करना था, but उसको भी I think all in ही करना था। इसका भी तो all in ही है।
कॉल करेगा, चिप रीड जैम भी कर रहा है ना। ace 6 तो कॉल ही कर देगा वो। क्या है?
Pretty ugly, but yeah. Like ace 7 I'm calling.
I have to agree. A jam from the threes would have got a call from Zarvan for sure. Misses out on the full double. But that is completely in line with Zarvan's playing style. He is not by the book.
फिर मैं लगाओ टर्न पे हीरो कॉल, फ्लॉप पे एसआई कॉल, टर्न पे मैं बोला यार तेरी मस्ती खत्म ही नहीं हो रही है, हीरो ही बनना है बस पूरा टाइम.
Yeah, with everybody discussing what Jagdeep should have done, nobody noticing how Zarvan called 2 streets with weak hands.
दीदी आपसे बहुत दुखी हूँ मैं.
मेरा आपने मन ही नहीं रखा दीदी आज. इतने गंदे गंदे पत्ते, इतने गंदे पत्ते.
The tension of that hand dissipates, and then it's all back to fun and games here between these buddies.
So a lot of the guys were the same guys from last time, and like I mentioned, we're all really close actually, you know, like we've known each other for many years, and the good thing about the Indian poker circuit is that it's a pretty closely knit community, you know, like everyone knows each other. So that's always really nice, and touch wood, I get along with almost everyone. I'm pretty much everyone here. There's no one who I actually, don't like get along with. So it's great, and yeah, like the band is always high. Everyone's always joking around, and you know, we go play pool or maybe go out for a beer, go out for a meal. So it's nice, you know, like we enjoy each other's company, and yeah, I'm actually pretty close to a lot of guys over here. Known them for a long time. I know Chiggy and Rubin for so long. Gaurav and I started around the same time. We compete every day. So yeah, it's great honestly, and I'm so happy to be here.
All these players, they are my good friends also. We've traveled a lot together around the Asian circuit. So this is not our first time in Vietnam. So we know all the good spots, all the good restaurants and all. So yeah, we like our steaks. We like our, Japanese and Korean barbecue and all those things. So yeah, it's always fun with these bunch of guys. We discuss poker, we chill around. That's how we off the table apna thoda ye karte hain.
Well, it was an amazing experience. Really, I'm good friends with everyone, so it was a really good experience chilling with them, like trying to learn from them about MTD, and I really had a blast. And especially me and Rubin, we've been like chilling till late night, sleeping less, getting there and winning. So it's quite special that way.
It's a lot of fun, you know. I enjoy every time I'm here. Last time also I was here for 5 days. It was amazing. This time also the experience was good. And all of these guys, there's no negativity from whatever I've seen. Like it's always been like fun. It's always been fun banter with each other. Just the vibe is amazing.
तेरी स्टोरी तो अलग ही है लेकिन.
हाँ?
तेरी स्टोरी तो अलग ही है.
मेरी स्टोरी?
Your first meeting with Pawan.
Oh bro, that is so.
Which one? Faster?
No.
बोलता है मेरे को मेरे लाइफ डिसीजंस पे डाउट होने लगा.
सुना ही दिया, मतलब मैं तो लाइटर किया था भाई अगले को. I was giving lighter. He gave me reality checks that I didn't even ask for.
Sounds like Pavan Bansal. Laksh is going to open the action there. Goendi's got pocket sevens. Laksh is extremely short though. And I think he's factored that in. Gets out the way. Too bad. He would have been in great shape.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Laksh running good. The sevens don't find the raise.
नहीं आएगी कॉल मेरे पास.
कभी तो मिलेगा.
बच गए.
कभी तो मिलेगा.
एस मेरे पास था, नहीं आएगी कॉल.
मेरे पास भी एस था.
मतलब मैं कह रहा हूँ पीछे बचा नहीं ना फिर. No calls left.
So the stack dynamics in full force. ICM is the name of the game. Other middling stacks want to wait for the short stacks to bust, even though there's no pay jump yet. But we are getting close to that bubble. 3 make the money, 6 left.
Small blind नहीं चुराना सनम. बटन पे चलती है जिंदगानी. कट ऑफ से भरना जाना सनम.
दे दिया चिप्स ले लिया
के आगे सब गलत चीजें आती है ब्रो. दे दिया चिप्स.
That was impressive improvisation.
चुरा लिया.
Addy, are we releasing the Circuit LP on Spotify?
I would buy it.
Don't forget all the Zarvan songs we had along the way. Right now, he's a bit too short to be engaging in the, let's just say, musical exploits of Azhar and Abhishek.
That was a fail, bro.
But once he's back in the mix, I suspect he'll pipe up with the music as well. Jagdeep opens A7 off.
The original composition.
Chip leader doing chip leader things.
Yeah. Forget the face. This is a proper song only. We should actually do a duet in front of the camera.
This one? Yeah, we should. Read.
It'll be like very good.
I do second this duet idea.
Yeah.
For the moment. Rubin has Jack 9 off. He's come along.
I believe he wants to turn it into a music video now.
8-7 deuce. 2 overs and the gut shot to the nut straight for Rubin. Middle pair and best kicker for Jagdeep. Big stack fighting another big stack, though. That is the undertone. All the shorties want this to happen. 5,000 is the continuation bet. Rubin has too much of a hand to consider letting it go yet. And the 5 of spades means the double belly buster for Rubin now. A 6 or a 10 would give him a straight. And he decides it's enough equity to now donk the turn. Bets out of flow into Jagdeep, who still has second pair. Comes along, not a believer. Has the ace of spades, another spade, and he could convert his hand into a bluff. Instead it comes to jack. Rubin with the best hand now. And the pink chips get fired out. 5k apiece. Half pot is the bet. Oh, and Jagdeep is reaching for chips and makes the call.
Yeah, I called him so quick on the turn, I think he just didn't believe him through and through.
Chipping only.
Slowly.
Slowly. Zarvan Tumboli.
We have 2 chip leaders on this table now. Jagdeep and Rubin.
Up. 2,000.
Chipli only.
No Chipli, bro.
Yeah, you're Chipli, bro. 100%.
No lead.
You're definitely Chipli.
Yeah. Without a doubt.
You have 160.
This Chipli doesn't matter.
250. 220, 250.
अभी तो घंटा कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा मेरे को तो स्पिन ही करना पड़ेगा भैया कोई रिस्क प्रीमियम नहीं है
Ask him.
Only way is up.
Premium.
A reminder for the short stacks about how they can actually go for it. However, not easy on anyone, including the big stacks as well. The bubble is so massive, and 3 spots to go until it bursts.
Like in the early not like deep.
बट बराबर ही है सबके लिए like this is the final table in a way so it's kind of not right but yeah
Zarvan has about 16 bigs, wakes up with the ace-8 under the gun. Certainly could have considered folding it, but we're playing 6 max. Besides, he's comfortable opening as well.
And a lot of aces just hit the muck, by the way. And look at that.
I think started the hand with 52.
Jagdeep now. Might be tempted to put the pressure on. But you've got to take a raise from under the gun seriously.
Just calls. Very comfortable. Calling a suited ace in the big blind, of course. And does flop best. King 6-5. Middle pair, best kicker. Backdoor nut flush draw. Pretty much nothing for Zarvan, but with the king high rainbow board, might just commit some chips in the form of a continuation bet. And there you have it. 5,500. With the blinds being an astounding 2,000, 3,000 now, with the 3,000 ante. Zarvan being under the gun would face the big blind on the very next hand. If he loses this one, he's going to be in trouble. His stack will get way too shallow. Jagdeep comes along. And look at this spot, 28,000. About a 1.3 SPR effective. It's getting tricky for Zarvan to navigate this. And it certainly doesn't help that an undercard to the 6 has come out. Jagdeep likely to stick around to added pressure. Zarvan seems to be wrestling with the urge to double barrel. Manages to find the check. And it comes a 5 of spades. Check mark for Jagdeep. He has plenty of showdown value in the form of a 6. The only question is, does he want to essentially block bet out of position? Or try and check and showdown his hand? He's eyeing his stack. Usually signals a bet is coming. Yeah, there it is. Small bet. Block bet out of position. And a quick call by Zarvan.
What a value bet, sir.
Jagdeep getting value from the 6 on that board, and Zarvan is crippled.
Standard, yeah.
Don't
make him look so special.
उड़ने दो उसको थोड़ा सा.
कॉल आउट ही कर दिया था 6 6 ही है वहाँ पे.
6 for 6.
Yeah, 6 to 6.
Cute.
What a turn of events this has been, because Zarvan, who came in as the dominating chip stack, the person who dominated the leaderboard, started with 350 big blinds, but after posting the big blind and ante, will have less than 5 big blinds. A huge target on Zarvan's back. He needs to spin up. Certainly don't envy his spot. He could be feeling the circuit dream slowly fade away as he eyes the entire table and decides which spot he's going to take to try and come back into this match.
Okay, 6 BB.
Okay, 8 BB.
Blind on blind. You go, I go.
No, they don't allow that.
Maybe they have low card.
If they have low card, we both have high card.
All in.
All in. Picture. Picture better. Kiski picture utregi.
I hear the bantering, Addy, but I can also hear the pain. Laksh, a lot more relaxed than Zarvan, who of course came in, hoping to absolutely cruise his way into the money. Pocket threes for Azhar. Opens the cutoff. The 2 short stacks in the blinds. And pocket tens for Zarvan. Here we go.
Easiest decision he's going to make all night.
And mind you, Azhar is essentially committed considering the size of Zarvan's stack. So Zarvan could be in a great spot to double up and more.
There he goes, all in.
Count.
15.
No, give you chance to grab and go.
Laksh happy to help along now that he didn't have to get involved.
Maybe call.
There's the call.
One at risk. Pocket threes.
लगा ये छोड़ देना चाहिए था.
Slowly, Zarvan Thamboli.
Bad beat time.
But raise इतनी बड़ी कर दी ना तूने.
टमेटी हो गया.
भरी देता तू प्लीज.
ये बैठे हैं आगे भाई क्या बात कर रहे हो यार. Come on.
6K करता तो छोड़ भी सकता था.
Zarvan would be back to almost 20 bigs. Just needs the pocket tens to hold. Good so far. 9-7-5. Just 2 outs for Azhar for the ultimate upset.
Oh, there it is. Wow. Absolutely brutal on the turn.
Backpack.
GG.
You have to do the backpack. You have to do the fake backpack. You have to do the fake backpack.
The river card seals Zarvan's fate.
Yeah, 6 show all around.
First circuit 6 show. 1, 2, 1, 1. Well done.
Good luck, bro. Good luck.
Felicitations on his performance thus far, but the final table sees Zarvan leaving us as the second elimination. A disappointing end to what has been a fantastic performance at his debut circuit.
Right, Zarvan, absolutely brutal way to bust, man. I got a feel for that. You were pretty short when you got that in, and then that 3 rolls off on the turn. Do you want to punch him a little bit?
No, it's fine. I think, the way I played today, I'm not disappointed, and I think that's the poker gods telling me that, you deserve it to play bad. I was not in my, proper, zone, and I made a few stupid bluffs. And yeah, that's what poker is about. It's fine. I really enjoyed the whole your season.
and looking forward to the next one.
Yeah, absolutely. I know you enjoyed it, but what was fun for me to watch is the Solver boys were like, I don't know, we don't know what to do with this guy. Because you went first, second or something in the beginning. They're like, who have you called?
Yeah, so yeah, it went well. Every day I was just like crushing. And yeah, to get crushed on the final day, it feels bad, but nevertheless, that's poker, and I'm sure I'll come back stronger next season. I didn't play that well, I would say, like not top of my game, and got a suck out on the last hand where I busted 10 versus 3s. So yeah, it was a rough one, but I had my highs. I enjoyed myself. All these 4 days were phenomenal. There was a lot of fun. There was a lot of rush, a lot of competitiveness, and you know, the vibe, everything top notch. I'm looking forward for season 3.
And with that, the fairy tale story of Zarvan comes to a not-so-perfect ending. But a proud one nonetheless. He streamrolled his way in pretty much every round on his way to this finale. Sometimes all it takes is one day, one moment, one hand that proves decisive in making it or breaking it. But just like in life, as in poker, there's always a next time to come back stronger and wiser. While his beautiful journey comes to an end, there's another 5 still awaiting their destiny. Follow us as we witness the top 5 vying for the title of circuit champion and the elusive trophy. Will it be Laksh repeating history again, or Rubin's redemption arc coming full circle? Will Goindi proclaim his self-professed favorite tag? Or will one of the 2 debutants, Azhar and Jagdeep, bask in eternal glory? We will find out what the fates have in store for the remaining competitors next time on the final episode of The Circuit.